What's up, everybody? This is Jason from Straight Edge Knives. Hey, I got a video for you today that I'm really excited about because we're doing something we've never done here before on the channel. I've actually teamed up with North Edge Tools. Dustin over there at North Edge Tools sent me this blade to check out. And big announcement, guys, is we're going to test this blade out. And when we're done, we're going to be doing a giveaway. We're going to be giving this blade away. And details are going to be following here in the video. But essentially what we're going to do is on the videos dropping today, you're seeing it today. There's going to be links below in the description for our Instagram accounts. Go over to our Instagram accounts. You're going to have to like, follow, comment, and share with 2 friends. And that's all you got to do. You'll be entered into the drawing, and then later on this week, sometime going into the weekend, we're going to do a collaborative post where we're going to, through the comments that are, between both of our Instagram posts that we post, a winner is going to be selected utilizing an algorithm that's going to pick a random winner out of the comments. So this is my first time doing a giveaway. Dustin, thank you so much for working with me on this. This is going to be awesome. Guys, go follow North Edge Tools. It's going to be really cool because I'm going to, this is actually being filmed a little bit before today, November 13th. But I'm doing the video early, posting it today. By the time you guys see this video, this blade is going to be back in Dustin's hands. It's going to be cleaned up. It's going to be resharpened, ready to go for whoever wins it. So this is awesome. So let's get into it, guys. I'm super excited. I'm getting ahead of myself, but basically, if you order a knife from North Edge Tools, it's going to come in a box like this. I'm not going to show you the other side. It's got my address and stuff on there. Like a dumb, I didn't black that out. But whenever you open up the box, you're going to get a little paper in here. It's going to say, basically, gives you like a North Edge Tools thank you, for your purchase. There's some basic information, safety, care of the knife, things like that. You'll have a card in there, and it'll tell you exactly the details. It'll tell you, like this is the Osprey model. It's 80 CRV2 G10 handle material. So you got that little card, and then there's an additional kind of business card with some QR codes for like their Instagram and their website. You will have the blade here, and then little North Edge Tool sticker, and then there's always some little candies in the box here too. So that's kind of cool. I thought, I was like, hey, there's little candies in here. That's nice. It's always nice to get a little treat in the box, and then pretty much kind of see that's how it's loaded up in there. So that's pretty cool. And now, if you order a knife from Dustin, North Edge Tools, this is, your knife's going to come wrapped up in some paper like this. Let's get it out right here. So we'll put that back. I'm going to mail this back to Dustin after the video and everything, like this. So basically, this is how your knife is going to come. This is the Osprey model. This is 80 CRV2. Comes with a nice black Kydex sheath. All of these holes are centered up so where you can add almost any attachment. It will not come with any type of belt attachment, mostly because he wants it set up to where you can put anything you want on there. So rather than send you something that you're never going to use or going to take off and throw away, you can figure out how it is you want to carry this blade. You can put an ulti clip on here, beta loops, a small tech lock, however you want to set it up. So that's why it comes with no belt clip, but it does come with a Kydex sheath, and the holes are all centered to accept multiple ways of carrying the blade. But it's got a really nice Kydex sheath, fold over, looks like, what is that, fold over taco style. Has a nice built-in thumb ramp right here. You know what, let's flip this camera angle around, get a really good close-up look at this before we start doing our testing. So I'll slide this over here. Oh, look, you can see my shirt really. It dropped in my phone. Phone fell out of my holder. Guys, I'm got this all messed up. But hey, you know what? I always tell you guys, I do this stuff in one shot most of the time, and I'm not a big video editor, so no point in making all this more complicated than it has to be. So let's back this out a little bit. So there it is. Check this out. Very nice, nicely done. Nice little thumb ramp. You can actually pop that off, no problem. But here's the blade, guys. This is the Osprey. So this is more of a harpoon It's got more of that harpoon shape. It's got a nice wedge on the top. This is like a stonewash finish. Very nicely made. I mean, it just looks really slick up close. Nice texturing, like kind of a rock texturing, if you will. These are stainless pins that are in the G10 handle material. It's got a nice little finger choil here, but it's a very nice light blade. It fits in. I wear XL gloves, and this fits very nicely in my hand. It's got like a straight back, nice jimping right here. Put your thumb on there for some extra, push cuts or whatever. But the knife feels very, very nice in the hand. It has like a neutral style grip, so it fits really well, forward or reverse grip. You can run your thumb over the top here for the little extra power. But I mean, as you guys can see, it's a very, very nice looking blade, and it came really sharp out of the box. I had, obviously taken this out and held it for a little bit and checked it out before I started doing the video. But I mean, it's a really slick blade. Let's go ahead and get the camera flipped back around real quick, and then we'll continue on and we'll start doing the testing. All right, there we go. Back at it, right? Sorry about that, guys. So there it is again. Kind of show you in my hand like this. Fits really nicely. It's a very light blade. There was no weight listed in the specs on the website, but I do have some specs that I wrote down here. Basically, it's a North Edge Tools. It's based out of Colorado. This is all American made. Dustin is the owner operator of it. Very nice guy. Talking to him, he's a great guy. Overall length on this is 7.75 inches. You're going to have a cutting edge of 3.19 inches. It's G10 with stainless pins, handle material, and 80 CRV2 steel. I don't have an exact weight or anything like that, but I can tell you this is designed to be like a tactical style EDC. So it has a more straight back, contour to it. For definitely coming in here and doing, cutting those seat belts off and cutting those boxes and things like that. Well, let's get into some testing, guys. Let's start doing this, right? Phone book. Not the phone book, but the catalog. Obviously, we got the catalog here that I like to stab, and we'll cut little pieces off of it and stuff, and checking out the blade edge retention. I mean, right now it's a super sharp blade, man. So, but with this nice wedged harpoon here, we should get some really good penetration here. I'm gonna run my thumb over the top just for that extra oomph. Almost. No, it went just about a little bit over halfway through. Yeah, right there. There's the tip. Right there. Just stab it again. There we go. Look at that. Oh, there you go. You can see the tip all the way through there. Got that nice good stab on there. No problem. Let's go one more time. Yep, there it is. Tip went just through the end right here. Not a problem. Let's see. Check this out. No tip damage there. No edge deformation. Still sharp. Let's see if we can make some confetti, guys, which I'm sure we can. This thing is, oh, look at that. See that little pop off there? Look at that. Making it snow, baby. Ooh. Look at that. Making it snow. I like that. You know what? Let's do that. Ooh, look at that. Nice slice there. Oh, yeah. This thing's got a nice edge to it. It's got a nice feel to it. Feels nice in the hand. You got your jean material here. If you had to cut your pants off in an emergency situation, easily it's coming in and piercing through. No problem. Cut the pants right off anything you needed to. You had a leather belt. I always like cutting up the leather belt. Come in here and you can slice. This one's already been cut in half, but you can slice off little chunks if you need to. And this thing's cutting through just so easily, if you can see that. You can come in here and just cut this up all day long if you needed to. Run your thumb on the back and, do little slices off of it like that. No problem. I mean, it's got a really nice edge to it, and a cute edge, which I like. I like it a lot. Nice and sharp. Get that out of the way. What else we got down here? Oh, one of the things I'm going to borrow this test here from old Scab over at Choir Boys Cutlery. The old zip tie test, And this is just like he says, you're testing out the, putting pressure on the edge and seeing, how well it holds up. So, and again, if this is an EDC blade, you might have to be cutting zip ties off of packages and things like that in the warehouse, wherever it is you work at, or whatever. So, come in here, I put these on pretty tight and come in here and just, bam, pop them right off. No problem. Popped all those off, no problem. But, I was digging in right here with the tip and right here at the very edge, cutting those, and still sharp, guys, still sharp. I want to cut my hose because I like doing this. So if you had to ever cut like this, this is pull hose, it easily slices off chunks like that, no problem. And with this harpoon style, you can come in here, pierce into it easily, roll it around if you wanted to, cut off pieces like that, no problem. I mean, it's got a nice tip to it. That's what she said. Yeah, I know, I always throw that joke in there. You had to come in here and you wanted to make some little fire curls, get some shavings off. I mean, this thing is got such a nice, like I said, kind of edge to it, and the edge geometry. I'm not exactly 100% sure what the edge angle is on this. I think it's 20 degrees, but man, it's slicey. And we're going to see that because, guys, I bought a whole chicken, and we're going to cut that whole chicken up a little bit with this knife here at the end. Did I forget to tell you guys that earlier? But yeah, if you come in here, you can easily come in here, rest your thumb on the back, make you some very nice little fire curls. You had to come in here and do slices like it. I mean, it's just slicing pieces off easily, no problem. You see those flying off. I mean, look at that little, rolled itself up, that curl did. I mean, it's just got it's just a wicked edge, man. I really like this thing a lot. The jimping on the back is aggressive, but it's not overly aggressive where I was hurting my thumb as I was trying to do those little cuts like that. If you had to come in here, let's say you had to do a little bit of chopping, right? Like for whatever reason, you had to chop this down, you try to make a little spear for some spear fishing. You're out at the lake, lost your fishing pole or something. Can you do some light chopping with this? Absolutely. It's not a chopper by any means, as you can tell. It's really light, but you can choke back on it down to here. And if you had to, you could kind of come in here and do some nice light chops to either make a tent stake or maybe a figure 4 trap or a spear. Maybe you had to make a punji trap for catching that wild boar that's coming in and stealing your potatoes. I don't know. We're just making stuff up now, guys. But I mean, you can come in here and do some light chops if you had to. No problem at all. It's actually doing a really good job of doing that. Oh, and then again, of course, too, you could always do it the old traditional way of, slicing it off like this, sharpen it, getting it down to that very acute point, for that vampire sloth that's running around, climbing up the trees and biting the necks of squirrels. You might have to go save them, Lost Boys style, Frog Brothers. I think I might have just dated myself with that reference, but you can get a nice little sharp spear point there if you wanted to. Let's say you had to lash that spear to a stick or something and you needed to cut some rope, right? Make a, excuse me, bam, slice that right off. This is that yellow poly rope. This stuff's a pain in the ass. It's a mess to cut, but I mean, it's really tough on a blade edge. There's a lot of layers to it, but I mean, this knife is just eating through it like nothing. Look at that. Easily cutting through this, no problem. I lost my grip there on that. There we go. So you can easily come in and cut up all your poly rope if you needed to. If you needed to cut even thicker rope, here we go. We got this, I don't know, it's like 3/8 to 1 inch kind of rope. I can't remember what they call this stuff, but this stuff is actually really rough on a blade edge. because it's real fibrous. It almost acts like sandpaper in a way. It's very rough, and it dulls edges really quickly. So we're gonna cut through this real quick. Like that, cut through it, no problem. Set that down to the side. You had to come in here and cut this, break this down into, littler pieces. You could do that as well. I mean, actually, you could use this to turn around and build a fire, right? You can use that all as kindling if you want it to. So that's aside. So easily cut through that type of rope as well. Let's check this edge out. I still feel sharp, guys. So you see my hairy arm right here. See that nice bald spot it just put on my arm right there? Got the little hairs flying. So that's still hair popping sharp, which is going to lead me to this fire hose. Guys, I've cut this stuff up with several different knives now, and I can tell you, fire hose is ridiculously tough stuff. It is hard on a lot of knives. A lot of knives have a difficult time cutting this. I mean, think about it. This stuff was made to go through car accidents, to go through mangled metal, broken glass, mud, dirt, all that stuff. And this is an old fire hose. This has been through a lot, and this stuff is designed to be very, very resistant to cuts and abrasions. So, we're gonna cut into this hose and let's see how well the Osprey handles it. Well, I can tell you right now, guys, that was a pretty good cut. I've had some knives where I've sawed and not gotten through this that easily. That was a pretty good damn cut. I gotta say, that was pretty impressive. Feeling the edge here, the edge still feels pretty damn sharp. The stuff is really, really tough. It's double layered canvas. It's got rubber inside that's glued in there. So let's stab in here, and we're going to try to cut right down the middle. Oh yeah, look at that already. Look at that. No problem. Guys, that's pretty impressive. I am actually really thoroughly impressed. I have a bitch of a time cutting this fire hose with a lot of knives, and that edge went through it pretty damn good. We're gonna cut it a little bit more here. It's coming right here. I'm impressed. That I've had, like I said, I don't know how many times I'm gonna say this, but I've had a hell of a time cutting this with a lot of knives, and this one's doing it pretty good. Very nice. Hey, Dustin, man. Good. That's good. So let's move on to the next little thing here that I like to do. Testing the edges out is the old extension cord cut. It's usually a pain in the ass cutting this stuff as well because it's wire, right? There's 3 strands of wire in there. Bam. Look at that. Cut through it, no problem. So if you had to go through and cut some extension cord, like, I don't know why, but you might have to for whatever reason. It got tangled up and the dog's hanging upside down from the roof, and you got to cut the extension cord so you can get them down. You could cut the extension cord with the Osprey. If you had to come in here and do like a little push cut, bam, no problem. Clean cut right there. If you had to be a little bit more precise with it. And that still feels like it has a really damn good sharp edge. After cutting through that wire, you know what? Let's see something here. Check something out. Let's tear a page out of the old. Well, those pages are all sliced now because I sliced through them. Take a page out of this and just do a little paper cut with it. This may not be like the cleanest paper cut in the world because I've already kind of ran it through some paces. That's pretty impressive, guys. All right, so let's think about this, guys, for a minute. Guys and gals. And thank you, everybody who subscribes and watches the channel. We cut through some yellow poly rope, which is pretty abrasive on a blade edge. we've cut through this brown rope, which is pretty abrasive on an edge. We cut some zip ties, which could, roll or slightly deflect an edge, if you will. No issue there. We cut through fire hose, which I'm telling you, if you watch some of my other videos lately, or some of my past videos with this fire hose, that stuff is really a pain in the ass to cut, and it does a number on an edge. And this is still cutting paper easily. Dustin might have, I really think he has his heat treat down on this 80 CRV2 with this knife. I almost want to say, if I stopped right now and sent this back to him, he could send this to the winner of this blade on the giveaway, and never even touch the edge, and you probably wouldn't even know it, except for the fact that we did this video. That's a pretty damn good edge right there, guys. But we are not done yet. Now, this isn't a bushcraft knife, right? By any means, we've established that. This is more of a self-defense EDC. I wouldn't even say self-defense. It's an EDC blade. Excuse me. Been recovering from a flu, guys, so forgive me if I sound a little weird and cough. Man, probably should have brought some water out. This is just an EDC style blade that can be used for multiple things, right? Now, is it going to be a knife that you're going to go out and baton with and do bushcraft, a lot of bushcraft stuff with? No, you're not going to. You shouldn't be doing that with this knife. You should get a knife for that. But we are going to do a little bit of. We did a little bit of light chopping on that thing, making a spear. This is a 4x4, and what we're going to do is I'm going to come in. Let me find a good spot. I'm going to come in right here on this edge. We're just going to do like 30 little little whip chops on it. Okay, just to definitely, like I said, testing this edge out, right? So here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 20, 22, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. So there it is. Now, it didn't chop it didn't make big old chopping holes. I didn't think it would. That wasn't the goal. It was more of just to put some pressure on that edge. I think I had a piece of wood fly in my mouth too. But put some pressure on the edge, test it out, see how well the edge is holding up. And guys, it's no problems. I mean, it's still sharp. Grab that. Let's see here. So it might have finally started to take a little bit of that pop sharp edge. Wait, that could be me too, though, guys. Some of it's me, some of it's the paper. Some of it is the edge has lost a little bit of that hair pop. So that little chopping did take a little bit of the cleanness out of that edge, but is it going to still take hair off my arm? Yeah, still taking hair off. Not quite as clean. So that chopping did take a little bit of that edge away, those impacts, but it's still a very sharp knife. I mean, I could still come in here with this poly rope, cut through it, no problem. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I mean, I think this edge, if you took it to a leather strop a couple of times, you'd be right back to hair pop and sharp, because it didn't do any edge damage or edge deflection or anything like that. So, guys, what I'm going to do next is cough. Sorry. But I'm going to set up the chicken, and I'm not going to strop this or anything like that. This is going to stay exactly how it is. And we're going to see what type of chicken cutting we can do with the Osprey. So stand by. We are going to deflect that into the wood like that. There we go. You know, sometimes you just miss the throw, but we're going to leave that like that while I set up the chicken, and we'll be right back. Stand by. Whew. All right, guys, here we are. We're back. Here's the Osprey. Here's the whole chicken. I mean, you can see this guy's ready to go. He's ready to rock, if you will. This chicken is somewhat frozen. It kind of came out of the out of the store freezer that way, or the cooler. It's not 100% frozen. There's just like some ice built up on it. Feels a little stiff in some spots. But you know what? We're gonna come in right here. We're gonna give this good old thigh right here a little whack-a-doodle. Actually, no, we're going to give this little wing right here a little whack. And I'm not going to go hard. I'm not going to go full, I'm just going to give it a little, that's nice little, oh, that wasn't even that big of a hit. Look at that, guys. Took the wing off there. No problem. A little layer of fat right there. Skin. Cut that off. What the heck? Oh, the gizzards fell out. Look at that. Whacked off that little thing. Let's go in the thigh here. Look at that. Woo! Cut right through the bone. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me grab the camera here real quick. I want you guys to see that went right through that bone. Look at that. Look at that clean cut right through the bone. Multiple bones at that. And I'm not even swinging this that hard. Let me put this camera back right here where we can get a nice look here. Grab this back. I mean, let's get a nice little, I got to be careful that I don't hit the metal clip here. So I'm going to kind of come across the breast right here. We're just going to spin her around. So, all right, here we go. It wants to spin on me. Look at that. Sliced it all the way, almost all the way through here. Got through this little breastplate right here. See the little bone right here. Do a little. Got this sucker open right there. Look at that. No problem. Let's come across the back here. Let's get this other wing right here needs to come off. Oh, I missed it, that one. I keep missing. This chicken is not wanting to stay where I want it. I'm gonna hold up the wing right here like this. Let's do it like this. Look at that. Cut right through that bone, no problem. Get this chicken leg off here. Gotta come in here and cut this one off. Look at that. Just a little bit of skin right there. Again, cut cleanly through that bone, no problem. Let's come in here. I'm gonna come across his back. Oh, look at that. Just filleted that sucker open. Oh my goodness. Not a problem. Come in here. Look at that. Look. Not a problem at all. Yeah, guys, if you had to come in here and fillet you up a zombie chicken, you could easily do that. No problem. I mean, it's just flinging chunks off at this point. It's just, get this. Look at that. So guys, the Osprey, for zombie chicken purposes, will do its job. So as a tactical EDC style blade, we now know that the Osprey can handle business. There it is, guys. The Osprey. Again, go to the description below, find our Instagram links, go to those Instagram posts, and get in on the giveaway to win this knife. Dustin, thanks for joining me on this journey. I appreciate you supplying this knife for the giveaway, letting me test it out. I think whoever wins this is going to be very happy. I am. I'm probably going to be buying one of these from you because I like this knife a lot. Very, very cool knife. Guys, get in on this giveaway. We're going to be running it all week. At the end of the week, we're going to be giving this bad boy away to one lucky winner. So make sure you go like and follow us. Do everything you need to do to get in on the contest. And good luck. Stay safe. Stay sharp.